HelloFresh takes the guesswork and the extra hassle out of planning and preparing delicious meals for dinner. America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh gives you over 40 recipes to choose from each week. And then your farm-fresh, pre-portioned seasonal ingredients arrive at your doorstep with simple instructions to help you feel like the master chef of your kitchen. And did you know that HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout? HelloFresh has been an awesome addition to our household's dinner routine. We all get involved and cook together, following the pictured step-by-step instructions. It's a fun quality time, and the meals are delicious. Give it a try and see for yourself. Go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, to get 50% off plus free shipping, go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Welcome to the Having It All podcast, the show about what it takes to live an abundant, loving life. My name is Matthew Bivens, and each week I'm helping you get out of your head so that you can truly have it all. Let's do it. Hey, everybody. I've got a very cool episode for you today. I recently had the pleasure of having a conversation with a super interesting and inspiring man. His name is Chris Perez. Now, it was a conversation. This was not an interview. I wasn't out to interview Chris. Rather, we are two like-minded guys, and we thought, you know what? I bet you we will capture some real magic if we hop on the phone, hit record, and see what happens. That's exactly what we did. Now, Chris is a pretty awesome man. He's a father, he's a leader, he's an entrepreneur, he's a motivator. He spent time in the Army, which helped him to develop his sense of personal leadership and discipline. And now what he does is he coaches people on doing the same. He helps folks unleash their personal potential by maximizing their personal leadership and their self-discipline. And we talk about all types of things wrapped around that in our conversation. Now, Chris and I were on the phone for about an hour and a half. We had a lot to talk about. So what I'm going to be doing is publishing little snippets of our conversation over the next few weeks. So what you've got right now is part 1. There's definitely a part 2, potentially more parts, but I think you guys are really going to like this. Chris is just he's a down-to-earth guy, and what I really appreciate is he brings a different perspective and a different voice to the podcast. You all are very used to hearing me talk about my view on things in my voice. Chris and I are very much aligned, but he has his own life experiences that he brings to the mix. And I think it just really enriches everything that I talk about here on the Having It All podcast, helping you to have and live the most abundant, loving life possible. If you want to learn more about Chris and connect with him, he's on Instagram and Facebook at The Life Addict. He's also on Twitter at OG Life Addict. Go there, connect with him, hit him up, and check out what he's up to. So in this part 1 of my chat with Chris, we pick up right in the middle of our conversation. I just finished describing how many of the topics in the Having It All podcast end up going back to this idea of love versus fear. So get excited and check out my conversation with Chris Perez.
I love how you just made the comparison of fear and love. And I really think that is one of the most misunderstood comparisons in life, really. And the only reason I'm mentioning this, Matt, is I brought a question to Colleen last night. We were watching a movie, Colleen, my spouse, obviously, and we were watching a movie, and she mentions, we were talking about love and the importance of love and how all energy is love and love exists in us all. And I kind of had this random thought that popped in my head, and I'd love to see what you think about it, but
Yeah.
I feel what if the what if the purpose in life is to go from wanting love to becoming love?
HelloFresh takes the guesswork and the extra hassle out of planning and preparing delicious meals for dinner. America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh gives you over 40 recipes to choose from each week. And then your farm-fresh, pre-portioned seasonal ingredients arrive at your doorstep with simple instructions to help you feel like the master chef of your kitchen. And did you know that HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping and 25% less expensive than takeout? HelloFresh has been an awesome addition to our household's dinner routine. We all get involved and cook together, following the pictured step-by-step instructions. It's a fun quality time, and the meals are delicious. Give it a try and see for yourself. Go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall for 50% off plus free shipping. Again, to get 50% off plus free shipping, go to HelloFresh.com/50havingitall and use code 50havingitall.
We get our weekly groceries delivered through Instacart because once football season starts, game time is family time. I can get everything my family needs for the week, from reliable staples to specialty ingredients, all delivered right to my door in as fast as 1 hour. So I can stay on my game without missing a minute of the game. Visit instacart.com or download the app to get free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum order $10. Additional terms apply. Instacart. Add life to cart.
Now, when I say that, like we'll look at Maya, for example, right now. Maya's one. Maya, all she wants is love. She wants love from you. She wants to feel loved. And if she doesn't feel that love, then she can maybe cry. She can have a little outburst. Then you and your wife have to calm her down, showcase that love, and it once again calms her down. Well, I was kind of sitting there thinking, what if sometimes we get lost in the fear that is created in life, and we never make that transition from wanting love to becoming love? Because when you become love, you start doing things like what you're doing, putting such creative and inspiring and motivating content, out into the world. Like what I'm trying to do with Life Addicts and teaching people that, you can't lead others until you start focusing on leading yourself. You start loving the fact that contributing and bringing value to the lives of others is the most important thing. And what do you think about that? Because you mentioning fear and love, I just had to refer back to, and I'd love to kind of get your insight and see if maybe we kind of get lost in the process of going from wanting to becoming love, and maybe becoming love is enlightenment.
Oof, that's some powerful stuff, man.
It popped in last night, and I was like, I can't wait I hope Matt and I have the opportunity to talk about this, because it felt right. It felt right.
Oh, I appreciate you bringing that to the conversation, because, that's been a big part of my journey recently, is remembering that I am love. Mm-hmm, that's how I interpret what you say and what you said, and going from the wanting to being. In my mind, what resonates with me is going from the place of recognizing that I am love, and as I progress through my life, we can forget that. And then a lot of the things that we create that we aren't enjoying in life, the experiences that we create that we wish we weren't having, the feelings of frustration and fear and scarcity, all of those things are happening because we are forgetting that we are love. We're forgetting that we are source energy.
Right.
And
right.
So when I hear your spin on it, I love the aspect of becoming it, being it. And what comes to me with that is the doing versus the being. Because I get caught up on that stuff. Like, what does it mean to be love? What does it mean? Like, what does that actually mean? I want to know what are the steps. Give me the to-dos. Give me the checklist.
Right.
What does it actually mean to be love? You know, and
I think that's the $1 million question, Matt. I think that's the $1 million question, really. And I really think that, your conversation with Michelle Curry that I listened to yesterday, which I really enjoyed. I really like how she mentioned it as beauty, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be love. I think when we say the word love, we may make people uncomfortable. What do you mean I have to love everybody? No, that's not what we're saying.
Yeah,
when
I think we associate love with romance.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and people are like, what? I mean, I love my wife. I don't want to love my enemy or love my neighbor or love the stranger, because you were thinking romantic love or something different.
Exactly. And it's when you could substitute any word you want for love. I mean, you could say hustle. You could say, whatever word that will make you want to make yourself better so you can contribute to the world and contribute to the lives of others, and understand that that's the main purpose of why we're here, is bringing value to others. You could put whatever word you want there, but love just seems like such a powerful word to use in that sentence. Now, it doesn't but just like you said, it could make others uncomfortable. So you put whatever word you want, whatever makes you want to be better, put that word there. And then just go ahead and move forward with it.
Yeah. I definitely choose to believe, because I think there is a choice and there is a belief that, at our core we are, of that source love energy. And that, when we start stripping away a lot of the more disempowering aspects of living this life that we end up taking on and piling on and becoming attached to, as you start stripping those things away, we are moved naturally to that loving state, and we are moved naturally to being in communion with others and being, in cooperation with others, and to expressing our love onto others. And that shows up in a lot of different ways. And that's the belief that I choose to hold, is that that's our most natural state, to be in that place. And, I go back to this idea of, we forget that along the way, or we as we grow up, we take on some of these scripting and the stories and the beliefs that other people give us, and we wear them on as our own, and we believe that is the truth. And, I think that there's a process. I know I'm experiencing this for myself, a process of deep, thorough analysis as to where some of my most rooted beliefs come from.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
And why I feel so strongly emotionally, especially when particularly when it's disempowering emotions. Where does my deep frustration towards this person or this circumstance come from? Where do those things come from? Because it wasn't always there. Maya doesn't have that right now, right? You mentioned the baby who's wanting love, who just is. The baby just is.
Right.
It just is. And then over the course of their life, they start wearing on these beliefs like layers of clothing. They'll put on the, I'm confident socks, and then they might put on the I'm not worthy t-shirt. And then, you know what I mean? It's like,
I like how you said that.
Yeah. And then at some point, I believe it's necessary, or at least healthy, to take a look at your outfit and be like, wait a minute, where did I get this shirt from? Like this shirt's telling me that I'm worthless, or that my opinions don't matter, or that no one will love me. Like, where the heck did I get this shirt from? Why am I wearing this shirt? Do I want to keep wearing this shirt? What experience am I having in life because I'm wearing this shirt? I don't want to wear this shirt anymore. Oh, there's other shirts. Oh my gosh, there's a whole wardrobe. I can pick a different shirt. You know what I mean? And that's sort of like, like that's sort of the process. And those are the things that really come to me, the downloads I get, so to speak, when you as you pose your question, put that scenario out there. And it's a beautiful thing for I think all of us to just ponder and explore what that means for each of us.
Absolutely. And the first thing that I wanted to commend you on and kind of bring to the conversation was the importance of self-awareness. And that's essentially what you just described, is accepting yourself for who you are, but the deficiencies that you identify, making a conscious decision to figure out where they come from, and not just letting them, fester within, but bringing them out to the surface and feeling that sense of discomfort and that almost fear of uncovering something that you don't want to see. But when you do that, you kind of, and like you just said, you start stripping those layers of conditioning and agreements that we've made over the years. And and at that point, we're able to kind of identify, the pieces of clothing, like you said. I love that. That's super cool. The pieces of clothing that best fit us, because I firmly believe that we all have a wardrobe that we're meant to wear the second we're brought into this earth. But unfortunately, over time and through our culture and relationships and difficulties and obstacles and ups and downs and lefts and rights and the fractality that is living, we lose track of who we're really supposed to be. So by you bringing to light the importance of self-awareness, I really think that's one of the most important skills for anyone who's trying to take their life to the next level, to become a better father, husband, son, daughter, leader, whatever it is. Start identifying the strengths, the weaknesses, capitalize on the strengths, and figure out ways to mitigate those weaknesses. And if you do that, it's never going to be perfect, Matt. We're never going to. This is like it's an endless process. It's never until the day we've done the greatness that we've done on this earth and we take our last breath. We're gonna look back and say, oh yeah, now it all makes sense. So
and the process is everything.
That's it. The process is everything, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.